Hello, everybody. Facebook land, and welcome to another episode of the Black Spinner Circle podcast. Today we, excuse me. Today we are going to be ranking our Van Halen albums, and tonight we got some special guests with us for the Mark and Jerry BS sessions. We have Mark Taylor, and he's also from the Freeform Rock podcast as well. And also, we have resident Black Spinner Circle guest with us, Al Horta, from the Be Cool or Be Podcast Out.
It's always a mouthful.
It's always a mouthful. I write it down so I don't make it a mouthful.
It's on the damn screen, isn't it? No,
not right now, but it will be in a minute.
I had a good joke with there about the mouthful, but I'll let it go.
Thank you. Maybe save it for another time. So today we are going to be ranking the 12 Van Halen studio albums. But before we start, Mark and Jerry, y'all got anything y'all want to talk about the BS sessions or the Freeform podcast? That's any future plans going on?
Well, we'll be doing a show tomorrow at 2 p.m. Hopefully, Mark will have it up by the end of the evening. It's going to be some interesting topics. We always try to entertain people, and I hope people enjoy it when they listen to it. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, it's just a mixture of music and movies, pop culture, baseball, sports. No politics anymore.
No politics.
Sometimes we'll get talk about it and we stop ourselves.
Yeah, we'll slip into it unless we'll smack each other in the face.
Yeah, we'll just say, shut up. No politics. Stop this shit. People are leaving the podcast now. But I also do the Freeform Rock podcast with the great Lee Gershman. I probably said his last name wrong, as I always do, and he tries to teach me that shit. But we're on every Friday on Podbean, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts, except Spotify. I'm kind of contemplating that right now, since everybody else is on there who plays music, so I'm thinking about that. But we're on every Friday, and we also have a YouTube page where we do YouTube exclusives. I post concert videos. We do a little show within it, just talk about anything about music, not specific albums. We usually just do album reviews. But also last week we did our top 5 cover songs that are better than the original, so check that one out.
I gotta look at that one. And
there were some interesting choices on that one, man.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out. And also on the Freeform Rock podcast, it's pretty cool because they will have an album. They will actually play the songs and they will talk about them. So that's really cool. And what's going on with you, Al, and your YouTube page?
I've just been busy.
There's a lot of stuff on there.
I've just been busy going to concerts. People have been throwing concert tickets at me, so I've been.
God dang, dude! I've been watching your concerts. I go, fucking, I'm so jealous of you.
Yeah, I went to Alice Cooper last night. Cherry opened up. Sunday I went to I went to the blues guitarist guy.
Oh yeah,
Joe
Bonamassa.
I fucking
saw that too.
You guys awesome.
Yeah,
Love that guy.
Joe Bonamassa was great. Yeah, he played almost 2.5 hours.
Dude.
Yeah, it was just him, the opener. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Then a week and a half ago, I went to Ministry, Corrosion of Conformity.
Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking.
And Melvin's. Got to meet Pepper and Woody from Corrosion.
Of course.
They were cool. They were cool dudes. Took a picture with them.
Awesome.
You take a picture with everybody, man.
How do you guys do that?
I know, who don't you take a picture with?
Yeah, I mean, every time you guys, like Ralph and all those guys, always seem to meet these guys. How do they do that? What's the secret?
I don't know, dude. I'm just in the right place at the right time sometimes, man. It's not like I even really go seek them out. It was I was just going past their merch table, and they were at their fucking merch table, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
And Pepper had a cooler with beers full. He kept constantly pulling out beer and drinking. I'm like, dude, I love. I've seen first time I saw it. I was telling him first time I saw them guys live was when they opened for Metallica in '96 on the Load tour here in New Jersey at the Meadowlands, and then. I saw them a bunch of times after that in clubs. They opened for Black Label, Clutch,
Oh, I gotta see Clutch, man.
Yeah, Clutch is great. I
Clutch.
catch them usually every year. Every Christmas time, around Christmas time, they play here in New Jersey, so it's kind of a tradition. Like I go see them every year.
I'm trying to get Jerry in the Clutch for a long time.
You did. I like them. You
oh, you do? Okay,
I got a couple. I got one of their albums.
Yeah, they've from the beginning till now they've changed a bit. I mean, but I mean they're still great, dude. I mean I love them, man. They
went from psychedelic to stoner to fucking blues. It's like everything.
Yeah, like a jam band almost, kind of, in a way.
But they're more constrained in a jam band. They just they do it perfect.
Yeah, so that's been my 2 weeks, whatever. But yeah, I mean my channel. I just been posting the full concerts on my YouTube channel. People have been digging it. So, and I saw Dream Theater too.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was like, fuck. That's a band I need to see. I'm gonna get tickets for Duran Duran on Friday though.
Dude, me too, man.
Oh, nice. They're playing 3 nights at the Hollywood Bowl here.
Yeah, they're playing Madison Square Garden here.
Oh,
so.
fuck yeah.
I'm in New Jersey, so that's you guys are out in Cali or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm in Nashville.
Hollywood. He's Nashville.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
you're missing Queensryche Judas Priest tonight.
Right now,
Chris Unzak's there right now.
Yeah. All right, man. That was me.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'm going to go see Clutch in May. That'll be my first time seeing them.
They're playing down here like this week, but I can't go. I have other plans, and I'm like, they're at the Santa Ana Observatory, and I'm like, fuck.
And this will be my first time seeing them, so I'm excited about that.
Nice. You got to give us some details, man.
Oh yeah, in fact, I'm going to that. They're playing that Rockville in Daytona.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to be. It's 4 days. No, big cat. So I'm going to be posting every day while I'm there, and then I'm also going to do a live video every night after each show.
Cool.
So,
I did the Judas Priest video. I put a Victim of Changes. I have a couple more and some Queensryche videos, but I'm up in the rafters. But somebody did post a 4K video of our show there with Vincent sent it to us. Pretty cool.
Well, because on your Victims of Change, it looks like you're closer than up there.
Oh no, dude, I'm up and way in the back, man.
Oh, really? It looks closer.
We are in the cheap seats, but it's a shrine, so it's kind of small. But the shrine was awesome. I've never been there before.
You see, but the thing for that Rockville, I don't know how far back I'm going to be. I'm going to have to get there early. So, all right, guys, let's get started.
So, Mark, you saw Judas Priest already?
Yeah, I saw him last Tuesday with the Queensryche opening. Queensryche, at first, I thought they were using tapes because when they did the song Empire, it was so surgically clean that I looked at Vince. I go, dude, was that tapes? He goes, I think it was tapes. And then the next concert, hear Todd make a mistake. I go, okay, he's live.
Yeah, I'm catching them guys next week here in New Jersey.
Nice.
So
Todd rules, man. I love.
Yeah, he's great.
But me and Vincent agreed when we saw Jeff Tate 2 years ago. Jeff Tate did the Queensryche songs better. So,
gotcha.
I think they're coming near here. All right, guys. So, today's episode we are going to be ranking our Van Halen albums, all the 3 albums from 12 to 1. So let's go. Mark, Jerry, Al, then we go to me and just keep on going. Please feel free to talk about it, and whatever y'all want to say about each album is fine with me. So let's get started. Mark, what's your number 12?
If everybody doesn't pick this album, I'm gonna go, what?
Just skip this one. Just go to the next one.
Van Halen 3. I hated it when I first bought it when it came out, but 10 years later, I listened to it. Because I love Gary Cherone in Extreme. I love that dude. I love him in Hurt Smile. His freaking Exit Elvis album was amazing, kind of industrial. I love Gary Cherone. Anything he's done, anything with Extreme. And I was like, this fucking sucks. This ain't Van Halen. And then I freaking 10 years later, I go, wait, all the songs on here are pretty damn good except for that song that Eddie sings. But it's not bad anymore.
Okay. Jerry?
Well, that was my number 12 until I listened to it today. But my number 12 is Balance. It's just Balance is just terrible.
Ooh.
From start to finish, I don't like any songs on it.
Any?
I have the CD somewhere. I didn't look very hard for it. I haven't listened to it in like 10 years, so I thought it sucked back then, and it's not. I think it still sucks today. Sorry, it's my opinion. I know it's not popular.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get into that record. If they would have put Humans Beings on it or something, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's
I
funny
like
because
them.
two of their best songs, well, two of their better songs, Me Wise Magic and Humans Being, weren't even on it. They should have put those on albums. You know what I mean? I mean, Me Wise Magic's on the compilation CD, right?
And so is Human Beings. They put that on there. That was on the Twister soundtrack. That's why.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But anyway, I didn't care for it much. Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool, man. That's what's fun about this. We're
I'm
all
not one of those.
different.
I am not one of those Sammy bashers. I don't care for him with the Van Halen, but I'm not going to be one of those guys that think you're insane for liking him or whatever.
You would get more friends if you hated Sammy.
Yeah, but I like the solo stuff. I like the solo stuff, and I like Mantra, so I'd be a hypocrite if I
That's
said
cool.
that. You know what I mean?
I know. I just joking.
But anyway, that's my number 12.
Right. Al, what's your number 12? What are you going to start off with?
Well, before I get to my number 12, like I actually did a Van Halen ranking album on my YouTube channel a year ago, and I didn't even look at it. So I'm just kind of seeing if I'm going to compare today, and then I'm going to go back and look at that, see if anything's changed. But I don't think this has changed on it. But my number 12 is Van Halen 3.
Yeah.
So, but like Mark said. You know what? When it first came out, I listened to it a lot because it was a new Van Halen album. And then after a while of listening to it, I'm just like, it's really not connecting, man. Until I saw them live, and then like the songs came to life a little more live. And there's something that Gary Sharon said in an interview one time. He said that when he first joined the band, that they should have toured live first before doing an album. And I tend to agree with him. I think they would have gelled better if they would have toured first and then did an album. I think it would have came out better. But you know what? I just consider it kind of an Eddie Van Halen solo album, really. It's really him experimenting a lot with like different shit, and and it's just a lot of the ideas are just half baked, and the songs are a little too long. If they would have been like trimmed and edited a little more, I think it would have been better. And I think he has Gary, like Mark was saying, I mean, I really love Gary in Extreme and Tribe of Judah and all that stuff, and but his voice just sounds really strained on this album. Like Eddie was really kind of pushing him to probably even kind of sound like Sammy, like in a way.
Yeah, like the song Back of the Day.
I kind of agree with that.
Like I don't know, like his voice just doesn't sound too natural on this. And production wise, it's really lacking too. I think Mike Post was a wrong producer for this album.
Yeah,
I think a better producer would have been.
He was a TV producer, man.
Yeah, he did the Hill Street Blues or something like that.
They did all the music for the TV. Wasn't it A-Team too? Didn't he do the A-Team?
I'm sure
he did. A-Team and Law and Order.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's not a total failure though. I mean, there's a couple of good songs on here. I mean, the first single Without You wasn't bad. I mean, that's probably Fire in the Hole is probably the most Van Halen sounding song on here.
Yeah.
I actually like Once, like that little experimentation.
Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I really love Dirty Water Dog because that sounds like Gary Sharon.
Yeah, that's a good song too, and that came from like an old like Van Halen demo, like from way back too. But yeah, I mean, it's gotta be number 12 though. It's gotta be the bottom of the barrel for me. Yeah. So that's my number 12.
Well, I would have to agree with you too. Van Halen 3 is also my number 12. It's also the longest Van Halen album.
I never knew that.
Al.
I never knew that.
The songs being too long, and it was like, to me, I love Eddie Van Halen, of course. I mean, that's why we're all here, because we love Eddie Van Halen. But it just like maybe I will say maybe it was just a little bit too experimental, where he didn't hit his stride like we're used to hearing him. So I got that at number 12. And I like Extreme and I like Gary Sharon, but not that much as y'all do. But that's why I got a number 12. You know, I tried and I listened to it again this past weekend. It just sounded like a middle of the road band from the 90s for me, and that's not what we expect from Van Halen. We always expect almost greatness. And
I know, I agree with you. When I first put it in, I go, what the fuck? And I never played it again until like 10 years later. And now I appreciate the songs because I was watching Lethal Weapon 3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
3. No, 4. It's 4. It's 4 with the flamethrower.
Yeah.
The one with Chris Rock in it. And I heard freaking Fire in the Hole. And I go, I need to listen to the song again. I like that song. So I went back and that's when I started liking it again. So
cool. Number 11, Mark. What's your number 11?
Jerry's number 12, Balance. I think I like it better than Jerry because I saw this live with Collective Soul opening, by the way. That was a freaking great fucking Collective Soul rules.
Yes, they do.
It's a good album. I like Don't Tell Me What Love Could Do. I like Amsterdam, Wham Bam Amsterdam. Yeah, that's a freaking party song, man. I saw this live, so maybe I like the songs better. That's my number 11 now.
Jerry?
Well, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but my number 11 was number 12, and now it's 11 is the EH3. I like Gary Sharon. I thought he's a great singer. Just not, the best with Van Halen. There's a couple of songs I haven't listened. Like I said, I haven't listened to that album in years. And when I heard it today, there's a couple tunes I actually liked it. I like Without You. You mentioned that one, and Year to the Day. That's a good song. But you're right about his voice on that song, especially. He's really stringing on that song, so I can understand. And he does sound like Sammy. So, but I won't spend too much more time on it. We don't like it, so.
All right, Al.
All right, my number 11, and you're going to start noticing a pattern with my ranking as it goes on. But my number 11, I'm going to go with OE12.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that first of all, I'm not a Sammy hater either. I love Sammy. I love Montrose, some of his solo stuff. He's a little cheesy here and there, but that's all right. Everybody is, dude.
Rock and roll, man.
Rock and roll, dude. But
rock and roll.
And it's not like that I don't hate this album. As a matter of fact, this was the soundtrack of my summer in like '88, and I went to go see Monster Rock Tour with them and Scorpions, Metallica, even though Metallica wiped the floor with every band on that bill.
Oh God, they still do.
But and Dokken and Kingdom Come.
Dokken was fighting at that time, so they were horrible. I saw them opening up for Aerosmith on the Back for the Attack. It was horrible.
Yeah, they were nearing the end on that, but
yeah.
But all right, OE2. I still like the album, but to me the production is a little weak on this. It's really could benefit from a remix. I think Eddie's guitar could have been a little more biting in the mix, but anyway, there's still great songs. AFU was a great song. Mine on Mine, that's a great lyrically. That's one of Sammy's best lyrical songs he's done.
I agree with you.
Black and Blue is a cool groove to it. Cabo Wabo it's really a summer album. Like a lot of the songs remind me of summer. So, but if I'm gonna rank it, it's gonna be my 11 because I don't know. I gotta rank them and put them somewhere. And,
exactly. Yeah.
And I love Van Halen, dude. I'm not gonna shit on any album, So, but it's at 11 for me, man. But it still brings back great memories.
Yeah, it's a really good album. I like that one. My number 11. I've tried to like this album for years. Especially on Facebook, they always talk about the anniversary. Great album, but Diver Down is my number 11. This one here, to me, it's a short album. It's like 29 minutes, but it's boring. There's way too many covers. I read and heard that Eddie didn't even want to do this album. He wanted to go back to the studio and work some more, but they were rushed out on the road again, and they had to put some kind of product out. So this was Diver Down. A couple of songs were okay. I did like Cathedral, that little solo I liked that, but man, it had just too many weird stuff. Like Big Bad Bill was horrible. Happy Trails, it's just and their cover of "Oh Pretty Woman."
What?
Their cover
Oh
was
my god,
but
dude!
That
That album, fucking the Fool Bug, dude, makes that fucking album rule.
Dude, hang 'em high.
Hang 'em high.
Yeah, there's some good songs, but compared to the others that I'm going to be talking about,
Disagree.
Get
That's
Lemon.
a great album.
I got you.
I mean, you can't say that Diver Down was a great album compared to what I'm going to talk about.
I got it higher than a couple more albums, but yeah.
I'm surprised. I thought the Big Six would be everybody's top six.
Oh no,
I
think I'm going to throw
kind of mixed. Number 10, Mark.
Number 10 is OU812. What Al said about it, I like it. It's a fucking great album. The first time I heard it was the Black and Blue, about the cassette single of it. And it had the Apolitical Blues that only came on the CD version, which that song kind of sucks. But that's a bonus track, so I don't judge the album by that.
Cover too.
Yeah, it's a cover. It's a good album, man. I love it, but you got to rank them,
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Jerry.
number 10. Ooh. You got that on vinyl. I hate you.
Yeah, it's tough to find on vinyl, man.
I know.
It is.
I told him to sell it to me.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I like Judgment Day.
Good track.
I like the groove of Runaround, but yeah. But
Yeah.
I didn't care for Right Now or Top of the World. I didn't care.
Oh, I like those songs.
In and Out's a pretty cool tune. Basically, I like the songs that weren't hits for them off this album. It seems like Pound Cake is garbage in my opinion. Sorry.
No, I love that song.
I know.
I'm
I'm gonna get abused.
I did a review of that in the Rock and Metal Combat podcast with Terrence.
I don't know what else to say about this one. It was a cool time in my life during this album, but I actually saw this tour actually, and it was pretty good. But
I saw that tour 3 times.
I don't know, just didn't really do it for me.
Alice in Chains opening.
I don't remember who.
I can't remember who opened for him.
Alice in Chains opened for them here in New Jersey.
Maybe I got late. Maybe I was late. I had idiots around me.
It's going to be the same as Jerry there. Remember the CD long box?
Oh,
yeah.
I used to have them all cut out and hung on my wall.
The CD's in here too.
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen those in a while.
Yeah, this is going to be my number 10 as well. Again, it's a good album, but the problem I have with this one is, and it was cool that Ted Templeman came back and kind of produced this one, but
Andy Johns.
Yeah, and Eddie's tone got heavier again, but the problem was Eddie's tone was not the Brown sound that I'm used to hearing, because if I remember correctly, his Marshall was not working during this time. It was being repaired, and he used a Soldano amp. And I know that a tone comes from a guitarist's fingers mainly, but still, his guitar just didn't have that. It sounded weird on this album. It sounds different than like every other Van Halen album, in my opinion. But that's not to say that the songs aren't great on here. Judgment Day is a great one. I actually like Pleasure Dome, In and Out.
Oh yeah.
Man on a Mission.
Yep.
Dream is Over. I like the deep cuts on here.
Yeah, In and Out might be my favorite song off the album.
Yeah, Dream is Over is great too. It's got some great like harmonies in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. His guitar sound just kind of sounds a little weird on here. But still, it's a pretty heavy album. I mean, it got some bite back in this album after the lightness of like OU812. So, and I think Alex's drums are really, the rhythm section sound is like the best probably Van Halen album they've ever sounded, really, except some of the earlier albums, but they really got like a lot of good bottom end. Alex's drums sound great on this album, so I give it that. But it's going to be ranked at number 10. So,
Wow, this was almost a sweep because my number 10 is also going to be for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Oh fuck,
The
man.
thing with that,
I don't like you guys.
unlike y'all, I do like the singles that were released off of there. I love Top of the World. I think it's a great track. So is Pound Cake. Run Around, I don't know why they released that as a single because it was a boring song. But Judgment Day was good, and so was Pleasure Dome. Pleasure Dome's a fucking jam, dude.
Yeah.
It's a really good track. And right now, I remember that video mod for Video of the Year on MTV, and that song was everywhere, and I loved it. But I got this at number 10 for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Whatever.
Number 9?
My number 9 is 5150. I love that fucking album, but you had to rank them. I like Dreams. I love fucking when people they bitch about it when he goes, "Hello, baby," and the guitar goes, good enough. I fucking love that song, man.
Yeah, it's a good track.
Rules, fucking Summer Nights. Fucking
That's my
groovy.
favorite Sammy song. With
I got
Summer Nights.
this is the first time I heard Roth hate is when I had this tape and this one guy goes, "Oh, you got to do Van Hagar?" I go, "What do you mean Van Hagar? It's Van Hagar. They're fucking Van Hagar." And I was like, "Fucking what?" That came out in '85. I was 15. First time I heard, I didn't know nothing about the division between Roth and Hagar until much later. But that's the first time I remember hearing it. I love that fucking album. I like fucking what's that song where he goes, "I went out and bought some brand new shoes, now I walk like someone else." Yay! He's like giving a jive at fucking David Lee Roth right there. I love that line. Fucking
yeah, they were hating him at that time.
oh god,
In fairness to Sammy, I think anybody would have hated replacement for David Lee Roth. I really do. So,
well, I meant like the band themselves were hating Dave.
yeah.
Oh, that song was The Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song. All right, man, that's my number 9.
That's a good album. Jerry,
Talked about this one already. 0812. Oof. Man. I cannot stand When It's Love. Everybody loves that song, but
Yeah,
I love Cabo. That's a cool song. And Feels So Good. That's the other song I really like off this album.
that song rules. A lot of people hate the Feel So Good.
I didn't care for Black and Blue. Finish What You Started. If Dave sang that song, it would have been awesome. But Sammy singing it, not for me. But I don't want to spend more time on this one. It's decent. Like I said, you had to rank it somewhere. So
yeah.
All right, my number 9. I'm agreeing with Mark here. It's 5150. This is the first tour I ever saw them on.
Wow.
My older brother was supposed to get tickets for the 1984 tour. He fucking didn't. I'm pissed at him to this day. But he went and got tickets for this tour, and I was in '86. I was 14, so it wasn't my first concert, but it was like one of the first concerts, one of the early concerts I've seen. So, but anyway, it's still. I remember I won this on the Jersey Shore Boardwalk. They used to have the games where you could spin a wheel, you put a quarter on a number or some shit, and if it lands on a number, you win. Like you could pick a CD, cassette, or whatever. Actually, I won a cassette. I didn't. At the time, I was buying cassettes, but still, I mean, on here it opens with Good Enough, which is cool, Yeah, Summer Nights is a great one. Dreams, Dreams was some of Sammy's best vocal performances. The song 5150 is a jam. Love Walks In's a cool ballad. So it's a solid album. It's a great album, but it still ranks down here. As you're gonna see with like the way it's going, like my ranking, you're gonna see who I prefer in Van Halen. But I still love Sammy. I'm not saying bashing him, but it's got to rank. I consider them two different bands. So,
I agree.
But it's my number 9.
Hey, the live concert video, freaking Live Without a Net.
Live Without a Net.
Yeah.
I have that on DVD and I have it on VHS.
I have a really funny story about that concert that I saw. I remember we had floor seats. They weren't bad seats, so kind of halfway back. And I remember in the row in front of me, there was a guy that had he had an old school Van Halen shirt with Dave on it, but he had a circle with a line going through his head, like he crossed them out. I thought that was pretty funny, man. Like I still remember that vividly. And I remember Sammy like running up in the truss, and when they did like Rock and Roll by Zeppelin, people went fucking nuts. And I remember so I saw them here in New Jersey at the Meadowlands. They played 4 nights here. And the show that I saw was August 1st, 1986. And I remember on that show, they played Make It Last by Montrose.
Nice.
Fucking, that was so cool to hear that, man. I mean, people went like nuts, hearing that. So it was cool that they threw a Montrose song in there. Because Eddie loved Montrose anyway, so,
Yeah.
When Sammy joined the band, I mean, yeah, there was backlash, but dude, they went. I mean, Van Halen just blew up. I mean, big time.
Listen, there was backlash, but they picked up a whole new audience. So
yeah, they did.
They still killed it, dude. Like, you can't argue like with the success that they had.
No, of course not.
Right.
And if they would have kept Dave and went into the late '80s with Dave, would their popularity still gone as high, or would that brand of music would have kind of died down because they took different steps forward and different types of music?
Some bands you can see that happening too, but Van Halen, I can't tell if it would be.
I think David got all keyboardy because of 5150 on Skyscraper. So if Dave would have stayed with the band, they would have probably went on the same trajectory.
They were already going that way, and with that,
yeah, they were.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Dave could have sang Summer Nights. Perfect.
Well, then they worked. I think they could have worked Summer Nights with the songs they worked up when he was still in the band.
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear if there was any demos that I'd love to hear them, but I don't know if they're already or not.
Yeah. Come on, Wolf, release them.
Yeah, release. Let's go.
I heard Wolf said Alex is in charge of the catalog. He just helps.
Yeah.
So.
And I wonder if Gary, I wonder if Eddie talked to Alex and told him, be careful with what you release, don't release stuff that he wouldn't. You know what I mean? If Alex is going to keep things under wrap and not release too much stuff.
Then why did they release Live in Japan?
Oh God!
I like half of it. It's not bad. I could listen to it, but
I saw that
pick it.
But I also saw that. I don't know if y'all remember this or saw this when Sammy and Dave toured together.
Yeah,
I missed that tour. I missed that.
I missed it too.
Dude, that was pretty cool because you got to hear all of Van Halen, the whole thing. So it's pretty cool.
Sammy was clowning on him because I had the video of that tour, and he's going. Dave said he'd come out and do some Van Halen songs with me, and he said we go to knock on his door every day. Come on, Dave, let's go. He never answers the door. So it'd be good for the fans for both of us to get up and do something.
Yeah.
Together. And Dave wouldn't come out, and then Ian Wadley goes, "Damn right."
Where are we at? My next one is going to be Balance. And
you got the vinyl of that too?
Yeah, I got the.
I'm so jealous.
I got this one. Dude, this is a really good album. I like it. I like Seventh Seal, Amsterdam, Big Fat Money. Give me some big fat money. Can't Stop Loving You was okay, but I do like
Seventh Seal.
Don't Tell Me What Love Can Do.
Seventh Seal rules.
Yeah, Seventh Seal is a badass track. And Not Enough. It's I know it's a ballad and it seems like it's long, but the backing vocals and the harmony, which is something we don't talk too much about Van Halen about, which is a big part of their music, is the harmonies and the backing vocals.
Everybody talks about the backing vocals of Van Halen. I'm just letting you know. Everybody talks about Michael Anthony.
All right.
I've never seen a group that does it.
But I think it's just as important. But yeah, Balance. I got number 9.
Nice. I love Balance, but it had to be my number 11 because I had to rank them.
Right.
And then my number 9 is Diver Down. I fucking love that album. The Full Bug. I love Big Bad Williams Sweet Big Bad Wheel, Sweet William now. Fucking song rules. It has Eddie Van Halen's dad playing a freaking flute or whatever. That's a Jan Van Halen. That's a fucking great. I love Happy Trails. It just shows fucking comedy. They're not taking themselves too serious. It's a fucking Light and the Loafers album, but fucking the cover of the Kinks, Where Have All the Good Times Gone, rules. Yeah. It's better than the Kinks. I love the album. I love Diver Down, but it's number 9.
It's actually 8, isn't it?
8, yeah, we're on 8.
Oh, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 8.
Here's where Roth and Hagar fans will both be pissed at me about this one. But my number 8 is A Different Kind of Truth. Everybody was praising that album as the second coming. The only reason it's up that high for me is because it had Dave in it, but never did anything for me. That Salt Tattoo gets on my nerves. That Stay Salty song's like a ripoff of Ice Cream Man.
Stay Frosty.
Stay Frosty. That's the song I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never got the big whoop about it. I thought it was going to be awesome because of Dave, but when I heard it, I was very disappointed. So.
Why is it so high on your list? It must have been better than the
I said because I told you I said it because it had Dave in it.
Oh, okay. Just asking.
With that being said, well. No, I think it's perfectly placed in mine. I'm sorry, Dave fans, and I'm sorry, Sammy fans. What can I say?
Man, why are you sorry? It's what you think. Mine's not too far above you, so.
So, all right, my number 8 is actually my favorite Sammy album, and it's Balance. It's become my favorite Sammy album only because I don't know. To me, when I put it on, it still sounds pretty fresh, like the production on it. The Seven Seals is a fucking great opener, man.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's pretty heavy, dude. I really like when we get to the back half of the album. I love Aftershock. I like Doing Time. I like the instrumental Balancerium or whatever it's called. That's cool. Take Me Back, Deja Vu. I really like, and then Feeling gets kind of lost at the end, but like I love that song. I think that's lyrically Sammy wrote some pretty good lyrics on this one, and his vocals give me chills on this, man. Like his vocal delivery. I mean, if anybody hasn't heard it in a long time, I think go back and listen to it and just give it another chance. I think it's a really, really great song. That kind of, I mean, this album really kind of gets lost in the shuffle for a lot of people, but I mean, I really dig it. It's the one I reach the most when I reach for a Sammy album nowadays. But you know, I mean, a lot of people don't agree with me, but that's just my opinion. I mean, it's my number 8, and that's the end of the Sammy era. As you can see, in my ranking, I separate the two bands. So to me, they're just two different bands. There's Van Halen and then Van Hagar. So, and I like them both.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Dave guy.
I like Balance a lot too. I just had to rank it. So
yeah,
there's not Van Halen 3 is probably the worst of all of them of anything, but I still like it. So
yeah, it's like to me. I mean, Van Halen's with Rush and Sabbath. I mean, they're my favorite bands, and like I don't really dislike or hate an album by them. It's just like some I like better than others, obviously. You know, as you get higher on the list, though, I mean, it's like as the rankings get tougher, it's like I said in the Rush podcast before my phone fucking crapped out. You know, it's like 1A, 1B, 1C. I mean, it's like all those albums are number 1, dude.
Yeah.
You can't separate them in a way, but it's like picking your favorite children, man. You know, so. Some parents actually preferred a child over another. We won't. I only have one kid, so she's my favorite.
Same here. So I hear you.
That's it.
I got my favorite dog.
Hey, love my pets too, man.
I do too, but one of them is my favorite.
My next one. What are we at? 8 or 9?
8.
8.
OU 812.
OU 812. Number 8. And I never understood what the name of the album, why that is, but I read somewhere it's in response to David's Eat 'em and Smile.
That's what people say. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sammy said it was a thing about OU 812, like a worm at the bottom of the mezcal.
Oh, the tequila thing?
Oh, I was thinking it's something.
OU 812, that's no,
But,
David. Yeah.
What now?
I thought David Lee Roth, did he have Eat 'em and Smile before that album?
Yeah, it was 86. So then
86,
yeah.
But to me, I think this is Sammy's best vocals on this album. He does a lot of different vocalization on different songs.
That album is a very varied album. There's a lot of variety on that album.
Yeah, it really is. And that's what I liked about it. It's not just one full out rock album. This is a lot of experimentation by Eddie as well with keyboards and guitar. But like AFU, that Artificially Wired is a really good track. Black and Blue, Cabo Wabo. What's the lead-off track to this?
Mine Oh
Mine.
Mine Oh Mine. Really good. And then the When It's Love is an all right song. They had a video for it, and it's an all right track. But I really liked Finish What You Started. I thought that was a cool track too. And Suck in a 3-Piece Suit. I like that track. And
that song's all right.
Yeah, I like all the songs on there.
It's a really good album.
The bonus track. The bonus track.
It's at 8 because, like I said, there's so many different sounds, so many different types of, each song has its own entity or their own character, and I like it. Yeah. So that's my number 8.
And my number 7 is A Different Kind of Truth. I love this fucking album. I think the production could have been better, but and I like Tattoo. I love fucking As Is. As is pure Dave. Fucking let Cupid sort it out. Fucking Dave-isms to the T. As Is rules. Fucking She's the Woman. Fucking Chinatown. Fucking Baby Sweetie Doll. My God, that album's a fucking classic, but I had to rank it. I fucking love it.
Michael Anthony's piped in vocals live.
Well, not on this album.
I know. I just had to throw that one in. Sorry.
Hey, bitch. I love that album. It's the fucking hardest album they ever did. Fucking Alex is hitting those double bass drums. This whole album. Fucking great album.
So do you think Eddie wanted his son in the band, or he was just pissed off Michael Anthony's loyalty to Sammy?
Pissed off at Michael Anthony's loyalty.
I think it was a bit of both.
Bit of both. He always wanted to play with his son.
I think he used, in my opinion, the fact that he sided with Sammy and went out with him and stuff. I think he used that as like a scapegoat just to get rid of him and get his son in the band.
Yeah, they were a dick to him.
Yeah, they dick Michael Anthony over. But you know what, dude? You got to look at it from a parent's perspective too. He wanted to play with his son, man.
Well, Michael said they weren't doing nothing. He kept calling, and Sammy invited him to go out. With him as the other half.
Yeah, what's Michael gonna do, man? Just sit on his
ass? Yeah, fine. What do you want him to do? You're not paying him to stay at home.
You can't blame Michael either, man. No. He wanted to work and have fun and go out.
Yeah. And they fucking rule. I love the Circle, man. I heard that new Circle album was produced by Bob Ezrin.
Is it?
Wow. No, Dave Cobb.
Oh, okay.
Dave Cobb produces. He produces the Rival Sons and the last Slash album, which really kicks ass.
Pretty cool. So where are we at?
Number 7, I guess, with me, right?
Yep.
All right.
This is going to really piss off Dave fans. This is higher than A Different Kind of Truth. But I actually like a few songs off this album, man. It's not bad. Summer Nights is like my favorite Sammy song. I like 5150. Love Walks In kind of grew on me the last few years. I didn't like it at first, but the more I hear it, I like it more. I never cared for Dreams or Best of Both Worlds. Why Can't This Be Love? 5150, good enough, good songs. But definitely the best Sammy era album, in my opinion. And you remember Farnade?
Yeah, that's where they appeared.
I think they first got together. They didn't know any songs together. They just jammed like
They just went
Zeppelin
and
songs and shit like that. That was pretty cool.
Oh wow!
They did Rock and Roll by Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I think they just got together like a week before that. They didn't know any other songs together, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, check that out.
So my number 7 is Different Kind of Truth. So now I'm into the Dave era, which is where it's going to stay, obviously. But Different Kind of Truth is going to be my number 7. I agree with Mark. I think the production could have been better on this. There's 2 things that would have made this album better, and it's not a knock on Wolfie, but having Michael Anthony in the band would have been great, and having Ted Templeman back to produce it would have been even fucking better.
yeah.
Because I consider Ted Templeman like the 5th member of that band. He was such an integral part of their sound, and I thought bringing them back would have been great. So production-wise, it's not even like how the album was recorded, because it's a heavy album. It sounds great, but mastering-wise, they kind of brick-walled it a bit. Where everything it doesn't breathe like the older albums. But I'm talking about production shit now, and I'm really into production. If you guys don't know, I think Andy knows about that. But yeah, Tattoo, I don't like that song, Mark. Sorry.
That song just gets down my spine.
I think it was a big mistake them releasing that as the first single. It kind of killed the momentum.
Put as is rules.
Or Bullet Head. Yeah.
I think Tattoo killed the momentum of the album, because after that was released, I mean, it kind of, I think the album kind of stalled, man.
Or went up against Adele.
Yeah.
Hey, that woman can sing, man.
She can.
And everybody complains about they took old demos and reworked them. So fucking what, dude? I mean,
all bands do that.
The old dude, they were reworking old demos even when Sammy was in the band.
Yeah.
So it's not like anything different. They would go back into the well and pick some stuff out and rework it. So I mean, that argument doesn't hold any water.
Yeah.
But She's the Woman's a great song. You and Your Blues, Chinatown, fucking kills, man. Bullet Head, As Is great, Mark. Stay Frosty, Big River. I mean, The Trouble Will Never. I mean, the album is solid, but compared to the 6-pack, I got to rank this right below the 6-pack. So this is my number 7.
I'm going to agree with number 7. It is going to be a Different Kind of Truth. And I think,
sweet almost.
Yeah, but I do think that Wolfie helped on that album by
if it wasn't for him, they would have never made another album. So it goes both ways. It's a catch-22.
And I really think that this is some of Eddie's best playing in a long time.
Oh yeah, he was on fire.
The dude was a fucking monster on this album. I mean, I think having Wolfie there pushed him to it.
Fired him up.
Yeah, and it shows, man. And I think I like Tattoo, but almost like the first 7 or 8 tracks on that album, they're freaking fantastic, man. Y'all have already touched up on them, but I just wanted to iterate because no one had really talked about Wolfie's influence on Eddie, and Eddie just being so full of just being so energized on that album, because the other albums before this with Sammy, his guitar playing was not like this. Extended solos. I mean, the guitar was in your face. And you're right about Ted Templeton being the producer would have been better. But also, this music was just right there in front of your face. And it was just going so hard and so fast. And I loved it. And I was so excited when it came out.
I think it's their hardest and fastest album.
And I still jam that album, and I do take it out quite a bit. Yeah. I just can't find it right now. I know that I pulled it out at some time. It's in this room somewhere.
What's that?
The Different Kind of Truth. It's here somewhere. Just can't find it.
You have it on vinyl or CD?
Yeah, I tried to find the vinyl. I want the vinyl, but it's like over $100 on eBay now. So
they're starting to re-release some Van Halen albums. Maybe they'll do a treatment to Sammy now because Wolf likes Sammy. So we'll see.
Oh well, Wolfie likes everybody. So.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
not really.
he was-
Yeah, have you seen his tweet? He goes off on people, go off on him. He fucking fights back. No, I'm not gonna play a Van Halen song. Shut
I'm not
the
gonna
fuck
play
up.
Panama, damn
I'm
it.
not gonna play Panama, man.
I've seen him live once, and he does pretty good out there. My wife even said, "Man, it was completely different from what she thought he would sound like."
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got that modern throwback kind of sound. It's kind of odd to explain it, but that's the kind of sound I get from him. But I still want the album, and I haven't gotten it yet.
I got the mammoth.
Yeah, I see
I
it,
like it.
and I don't pick it up. It's
I
good.
like it. It's really good.
Yeah, and I hope that a second one comes out better. Taking a step forward from that.
Maybe
It's
I'll have
more
a band work with them, or maybe he'll just be a control freak. I would like to see what happens because he said he likes the band he's out with right now. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens
Like
with
Dave,
that.
like Dave
Maybe we'll
Grohl did with the Foo Fighters. Maybe that'll happen.
Because Dave did. Yeah, Dave did all the first Foo Fighters album, and then
Got a band.
They're so big. They're so big, little girl. All right. Are you ready to go, Mark?
Yeah, my number 6 is this is gonna break up the Dave era. Is Unlawful Carnage. I fucking love that. I love Pleasure Dome. I love Pound Cake. I love the whole fucking album, even 316. This album fucking rules. I remember when I first bought it from Tower Records, I was stuck on a train track and I had this huge stereo system, my 88 Chevy Sprint. I was blasting the fuck album, and these girls came up, hot chicks, and asked, "Does that just come out?" I go, "Yeah." They said, "Where?" Tower Records. So they went back up the street to get it. So fucking, I never had Roth playing a Roth album get hot chicks to come out of my car. So fucking, this album rules. I love it.
that's funny, man.
That's cool. That's very cool.
True story.
What song was playing? In and Out.
I think it was
Pound Cake.
I think it was Pound Cake. He copied Mr. Big on that though, man. You got to admit that. Come on. Paul
I do like
Glover
the
did
video
no
for
shit.
that song, though. I will say that.
He copied with the drill from them, from Mr. Big.
So I guess I'm up. Number
Yeah.
10.
You are.
Let's get into Dave here. You guys mentioned the cover songs off the sound, but there's some good songs on here, man. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? Little Guitar is awesome. Hang 'em High is awesome. And I don't mind the covers, like I said, Well, Dancing in the Street, I didn't really care for that one too much. But, I thought Happy Trails was kind of cool. Maybe we should do that at the end of the show. We can all do our version of that.
No.
I thought the Pretty Woman cover was awesome. I never had a problem with the cover, so just watch one so high. So good stuff.
Well, Jerry, I'm gonna agree with you, dude.
All right.
My number 6, man. Starting the 6-pack here.
Yep.
This is the bottom of the 6-pack, but it's a great album nonetheless, in my opinion. And when Van Halen did covers, they fucking Van Halenized them.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
They made them their own. The whole Dancing in the Streets thing was supposed to be a different song, but like the music was something different that Eddie was working on, and then Dave was just like, I guess, into the Templeman, let's just do Dancing in the Streets over that music or whatever, because really, when you listen to Dancing in the Streets, like the original, the music sounds nothing like it. So obviously,
I just couldn't stand that Mick Jagger, David Bowie video.
Oh god, it was horrible.
I love both. I love Mick
Hey
Jagger,
guys, I'll
I
be
love
right
David
back.
Bowie,
Okay.
but, man,
Yeah, of course.
I'll be right back.
all right. But
that video was disturbing.
yeah,
I like
dude.
it when they talk about that on a Family Guy.
Oh my god.
And people are, yes, that happened, and we let it all happen.
Well, I love David Bowie. I love Mick Jagger. So
Yeah, but that video is just
that
cringe.
video was
Like
a little
fast.
bit
Cringy, man.
There's a funny video on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw it with that video where like some guys like whispering over it or some like I forgot what it's called. It's like they take the music out and then some guys like ad-libbing like over them. It's really funny as shit if you find it. I forgot what it's called.
It's kind of like Masterpiece 3000 kind of thing.
It's like funny, man. It's
Okay,
but
check it out.
anyway, going back to this album, Pretty Woman's a great cover, man.
I think it is too.
I love
the
that
intro
cover.
was awesome to it.
Hang 'em
Video
High.
kind of stupid, but
yeah, Intruder. Yeah, they needed that for the video, I guess, or something to make it fit. Dude, I love Hang 'em High.
I do too.
Yeah. Secrets is a cool song. And I like the variety that when they do a jazzy thing like Big Bag Bill, like a type of thing that, I had Van Halen's father on there, Jan Van Halen, on clarinet, which I thought was really cool, having their dad there. That was really their hero, was their dad,
Their musical hero too,
yeah. And the Full Bug, man, that's a killer track.
And
it ends off cool with the Happy Trails. Like it's just definitely a Daveism on that album, man. You could tell that was his idea, but still a great idea and it shows their humor. So, but dive it down to 6 for me.
All right, my number 6. Ooh, what's going on here? Van Halen 2. It's going to be my number 6.
Ooh, there's the first shocker, in my opinion.
That is a shocker.
I knew that it was going to be a shocker, so I heard it this morning, and then I heard it again right before we came on. When I was getting everything ready, I was playing it.
DOA, dude? Come on.
It just didn't move up for me. It stayed right where it was for me. There's the back of it. It's a good album. It is a good album, but for me, it's at number 6.
DOA, dude, Light Up the Sky. Freaking, dude. I don't know, man.
Yes, I know DOA, and I love that song, but I like other albums above this.
Listen, it's the top 6, so just call it one F.
They're gonna be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere.
Gotta be somewhere.
And I'm not going to put it above the other.
All the next albums, I all love them. So
dude,
there's
this is where it gets.
out.
This is where it gets really tough, man.
Yeah.
All right, go on, Mark.
Okay, I'm on number 5. Women and Children First.
Ooh,
I love this. What can I say? Like Take Your Whiskey Home is my theme song, man.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Fucking In the Cradle Will Rock, Memories with the fucking John fucking Cusack movie.
Oh yeah, dude.
Better Off Dead.
Oh, the hot dog.
The Van Halen burger. Singing Everybody Wants Some. Yeah, the burger. With the Van fucking great album, dude. There's not one bad song. Even fucking Loss of Control is fucking insanely crazy good. I fucking love that album. That was my number 5.
Dude, all these albums are like number 1, really. But yeah.
Okay. 1984. Drop Dead Legs is one of my favorite Van Halen songs. Hot for Teacher. I mean, people say they're tired of Jump, but it's a fucking great song. I mean, you can't go a week without hearing at least a little bit of that song playing somewhere.
I never get tired of it.
Even Panama, same thing. It was a great song when it came out.
Get tired of
Played to death. It's still an awesome song. I love I'll Wait. Another great song.
Michael McDonald.
Top Jimmy.
Yeah.
I mean, good solid album.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Hey, so I'm kind of curious about how me and Jerry's lists are going to go because I'm going the same thing, man. 1984, bro. Yeah, dude. Like I said before, my brother was supposed to get tickets for his tour. It was sold out. He wasn't able to get them, and Paul, I'm fucking pissed at you still. But anyway, that would have been my first concert ever if he would have taken me to that. But yeah, dude, Jerry touched on all the songs, man. So I'm not even gonna dwell that much on it. But I gotta say, man, like this album, the summer of '84, it was like this never left my cassette player, dude.
Yep.
I remember having a boombox, and it was me and a couple of my buddies who were really into BMX and doing tricks on bicycles and stuff, and we'd constantly listen to this album. And it was just a soundtrack of my life that summer. I mean, being a 12-year-old, man, it was just like I was really getting into hard rock and metal and stuff like that. And but this was like my number 1 that year, man. I just fucking they never left my player. So, but that's my number 5, right? 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 5.
1984. I love that album. Though.
Yeah, it's a great one.
There's no duds.
I mean, dude, like Drop Dead Legs is probably my favorite song on that album.
That's my favorite song.
Dude, it's dude. They have 2 platinum albums with Van Halen, and that's one of the platinum albums.
The Diamond,
yeah, the Diamond albums, and Sammy never even got close to that. I'm just saying.
150, I think, is like a
Dude,
6 or 7 million.
6 million, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, they haven't re-ranked them yet.
This with the video exposure they got, man. This band was fucking untouchable, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, 1984.
Hot for Teacher. Oh God.
That year, nobody could touch them, man.
No.
Nobody could touch them. So.
Yeah.
And for Roth to leave right after that album, you know.
Yeah.
So
He left or he got fired. We don't know.
We don't know.
Depends on who you talk to, yeah.
So my number 5, I'm still in the Sammy era for me. When it comes to 5150, that's going to be my number 5. This came out in 86, so I was 11. No, I was about to be 12. And I had gotten this on cassette because I loved 1984 so much. I wanted to keep listening to this great band and with a different singer. And this ranks high for me at number 5. The songs on here, I love Best of Both Worlds, Dreams, Love Walks In, Why Can't This Be Love? 5150 is just a jam. And I got into that one a little bit later, 5150. Good Enough. And, you know, we've already talked on how much we like Summer Nights. You know, and get up, make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5150 is going to be my number 5.
Yeah, you got to get Live Without a Net on DVD.
Yeah.
Jam some live Van Halen.
Right.
That's the first time I ever saw Van Halen live was on that video. You
But,
saw it live, Al. That's
But I remember they would play that on MTV a lot, like at midnight, because they would show like concerts.
I had the VHS and I wore it out, and then I bought it and I said, "Oh, they got a DVD."
Even the fucking. I'm sorry, we're out of that album. Never mind.
Yeah. So now it's number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Yep.
1984 is my number 4 album. I fucking love this album. You know, Jump, fucking all over fucking MTV. I was like 13, 14 at that time. I was like, fuck, this is cool. And made me go back and listen to the first album. This is fucking awesome. So I always was a Sammy fan before I got into Van Halen because I loved fucking Can't Drive 55 and 3 Lock Box. I loved all that shit. Standing Hampton before I even got into Van Halen. I got into Van Halen a little later than Sammy. I was cool with Sammy, but I love fucking 1984. Great album. Drop Dead Legs, All Wait, fucking Hot for Teacher. That video, fucking ingrained in your mind. I think that's the best rock video ever, hands down. That's just my opinion. Great album.
Yeah,
it's definitely up there, man.
Yeah.
Waldo.
Sit down, Waldo.
Sit down, Waldo.
Eddie went to the insane asylum. Fucking Michael Anthony became a sumo wrestler. David Lee Roth, the America's favorite fame show host. Fucking, and Alex Van Halen was a gynecologist.
The Dave and Eddie one, so it was kind of prophetic, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of a game show, Dave became a radio DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Eddie really kind of went off the deep end for a while.
Yeah.
So, but hey, man.
Number 4, right?
Yeah.
Fair warning. I mean, masterpiece. Mean Street, Push Comes to Shove, Unchained, fucking great song. 1 Foot Out the Door. Was that Sunday Afternoon in the Park? I mean, just
First time he tried keyboard.
solid. Eighth B-side, solid all the way through.
Yeah. That's a good album.
I mean, it's just fucking fantastic. I mean,
I'll get to that.
Me too.
okay. I mean, you all know the album. Everybody listening to this knows that album. So.
Yeah.
I need to say not say.
Nah, talk, bro.
No. Say what happened.
You missed the greatest song
Talk
on that
about,
album.
You know, the greatest Daveism ever was on Unchained, man.
I can't believe
Come
you
on,
did
Dave, give me a break. I mean, that's
Dirty-
fucking legendary, man.
dirty movies. Dirty movies. Remember when
You're
she
gonna
was
get
gone?
some leg tonight for sure. I mean, just
But
Van
30
Halen, David Lee Roth, not incognito, but right in your face, right there.
That's where they really got into their so comfortable with what they were doing.
Dirty movies, man. Great Daveism in that. Remember
And then he
that
dropped
was
that
powerful?
D string down to a D during that album, and it just sounded the crunch is out great on that record.
Yeah.
Love his guitar sound.
All right, my number 4, Van Halen 2. This is such a great summer album too, man. I mean, this summertime you could throw this on, bro, and just it puts a smile on my face. You can't help but just fucking jam out to it. I love the bass intro to "You're No Good." Like it's kind of cool that they kind of showcase Michael to open up the album. It's funny, like when he was on Eddie Trunk one time, I actually called in because there was always a rumor that that bass intro was part of a longer bass solo that was like recorded. So I was curious about that, and I actually called an Eddie Trunk show when Michael Anthony was on there, and I asked him that question, and he was like, "No, what you hear on the album is what was recorded." He just said that Tim Templeman asked him to just do a quick bass like intro solo type thing, and that's what he did. You know, with the flanger and all that. Sounds really cool, man. When you have that in a good like stereo system and you crank it up, man, that bass intro is pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it really gives the subwoofers a workout. Dance the Night Away is a cool pop tune. I'm not gonna, it's always get played on the radio. That might have been like one of the really kind of radio FM hits, Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Bottoms Up, Out of Love Again, Light Up the Sky is a fucking killer, Spanish Fly is cool, like that he does on an acoustic. DOA, Women in Love, Beautiful Girls, dude. Like, it's all killer, no filler. And I just think like I really like the production on the sound too. You can really like hear Michael Anthony's bass really well on here. And Alex's drums sound great. I mean, and Eddie, man, that's when he was just fucking just innovating left and right. So, but Van Halen 2 is my number 4. These four albums are on my top 4 are just to me like the cream of the crop. Like you can't get any better than this. So, but that's my 4.
My number 4 is going to be Women and Children First. It was hard for me to put this there, but to the others,
great album.
This dude, and the Cradle Will Rock, Romeo's Delight, Fools. Everybody wants some. I want some too. It's just so badass, And when I was going through these albums and seeing pictures of Eddie, I still can't believe he's not with us anymore.
Yeah,
to know that one of these guys is gone. It's really hard to believe.
That was one of the hardest losses in the music thing that hit me hard, dude.
Yeah.
Whenever I always thought of, I mean, just not to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But I don't know. I just always thought of Eddie. You always thought of Eddie as like immortal. Like you always thought of him as like, you never even thought of him as old. You always thought of him as like this young kid. I mean, I always thought of him that way.
Yeah, me too.
And when he passed away, it was just like a reality hit. Like, I mean, how old was he? He was only in his mid-60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking young, dude. I mean, it's just, but the guy, think about how the guy lived, man. I mean, he lived a hard life, man. That would take pretty much anybody out if you really think about it. But look at Keith Richards. The guy's an enigma.
Somebody on Facebook put a meme up about Eddie Van Halen. He was holding a piece of paper that says, "I'm not really gone. All you need to do is turn on your record player."
Yeah.
I thought that was cool as hell. I don't know who did that, but that was a great picture.
That's true.
I think it said, "I'm not really gone," or something. Just push play or something like that. Yeah,
that
really
was
cool.
Freaking awesome.
That always gets me here, man.
Yeah.
But we have the music, dude. It's always gonna live. And
I'm gonna throw a hypothetical at you guys real quick. Not to change the subject too much, but
Yeah.
if Randy Rhoads was still alive, do you think we would be comparing those two as the greatest?
Probably, because Randy Rhoads is still taking lessons.
Absolutely.
Just imagine all the music we fucking lost because of that.
Like I was, I started playing guitar because of 3 guitar players. I call them the Holy Trinity for me. It's Alex Lifeson, Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen.
You can't go wrong with those 3.
Those are the 3 that really made me want to pick up a guitar and learn how to play. And when I was 15 years old, I did that, and I still continue to play to this day. And it's because of those 3, man. Those 3 will always be my number ones, man. Those are my 3 Holy Trinity guitar players. So, but sorry to interrupt you, Andy.
Oh no, man! Of course,
Yeah,
no, please, go ahead. No, for real. That's what this show is about. It's just let's talk about whatever y'all
want. Into my head, I farted out real quick. Sorry.
Yeah. No, but I was through. But yeah, my number. What are we?
3.
4. It's going to be women and children first. But
4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Mark's going to 3.
No, I'm going to 3, and this might be a little controversial, but I'll pick Van Halen 1 as my number 3. I love the album. It's a little burnout factor for me, but it's not burnout where it comes on and I turn it off. No, I fucking crank it. Just saying. It's
burnout usually means good, though. So
it's a good burnout. It's a good burnout. It's not a burnout where I don't want to ever hear those songs again. No, they come on, they get laid, and they get cranked, and everybody else around me hears it. I fucking love this album. Fucking Atomic Punk's one of the greatest Van Halen song ever. Fucking, it's like, if not the best one ever. Atomic Punk's is rule. Dude. That's my number 3. Van Halen 1.
Man, that Atomic Punk, it's one of those sleeper songs that
love that song.
That just kicks ass,
They
it's
really
like punk, metal, hard rock, fucking in your face, balls out, fucking hungry band. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my number 3.
Women and children first. I mean, you guys, you capped on everything about that album, so don't need to go any further. It's just like all killer, no filler. Fucking God damn, there's good songs on this one. Shit.
Yeah.
Romeo Delight.
I reviewed that with Bushy on the Freeform Rock podcast.
Lost in Control. You forgot about that. That's a great song too.
Lost in Control. Yeah, I said that. I said Lost Control, Lost Control, Lost Control.
Man,
that song is weird as fuck, but it's awesome.
What a great fucking record.
You ever seen a video for that?
I wish I could bring down my list a little further.
They're like in the surgical suits and shit.
Yeah. Oh god.
Look at that fucking cover, man.
I know that's a badass cover.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, that's my number 3. Man, what a great
again, Jerry, man, me and you, bro.
Oh,
I mean,
number 3, man.
It's like you said though. The 6-pack is just like, in my opinion,
this is not number 3. It's 1C.
There you go. Gotcha.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
The 6, except for fuck, could be number 1, and fuck would be number 2.
So yeah, In the Cradle of Rock. Actually, that's the first foray of Eddie going into keyboards, because he plays the electric piano through his Marshalls.
Yeah.
So and nobody knew that because it sounded like a guitar. I guess Dave and Ted Templeman didn't have a problem with it back then. But yeah, everybody wants some's killer. You guys touched on all the songs. I'm gonna touch on the last one, In a Simple Rhyme. The background vocals and the harmonies on that song are sublime. And then it goes into that little instrumental that they were supposed to start the next album with. What the hell's the name of it? It wasn't named on the album, but they had a name for it.
Oh, it's called I forgot. I know what it is. It's called.
I know, me too. It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue too. God, now.
What are you talking about? Sorry, I missed that.
The song at the end, they have a little instrumental.
That little thing at the end of In the Simple Rhyme, when it comes in, boom, 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 bam, So supposedly the idea was to start the next album with that riff.
With a beat.
Yeah, with that riff, but it never materialized. But I can't think of the name of what they named that little instrumental now. So I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, like, yeah, Women and Children First. I mean, Eddie was really starting to experiment on this album. You know, really, I think it's like one of their heaviest albums too. You know, I mean, shit, man, Romeo Delight. When they used to open up their concerts with that, man, that was crazy. You know, Fools was great too. You know, with the little guitar intro and Dave, you know, call and response with Eddie was really cool. So, but yeah, my number 3, 1C.
Yeah, 1C.
Women and Children First.
Great.
I agree with you, man. I love that album.
My number 3 was one of the first albums that I really got into in my lifetime and really pushed me into this world of hard rock and roll and heavy metal. That's going to be 1984. I remember getting this on cassette because of the videos, because of Jump. Jump was everywhere. I was 10 years old, and I still love that song. You know, this Top Jimmy is just a fucking fantastic song. Dude, the vocals just going off, and then the backing vocals, and that song I mean, I don't want to say thrash, but, you know, it's just so fast and heavy, it just goes at you. It's a great song, and Panama, of course. And then side 2, you know, side 2 is just as good. It really is. I really enjoy side 2 just as much as side 1.
House of Pain and
House of Pain and Girl Gone Bad and I'll Wait. It starts off with Hot for Teacher. And I remember my cousin and I, when we went to go see the Sammy Hagar, David Lee Roth, it was outside, and we were walking towards the pavilion, and we were going just taking our time, just chit chatting, and then you start to hear the Hot for Teacher. We're like, dude, hurry up! And we start running because we were missing it. That's what they start off with, was Hot for Teacher. You just, you know, we're walking up, and you heard the like, damn, hurry up, let's go. So yeah, my number 3 is going to be 1984. It was number 1 for a long time, but then as I got older, I started to listen to things a little bit more different. But it'll always be special to me.
Yeah,
always will be.
If you would have asked my 12-year-old self back in 1984, it would have been my number 1 too.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
You know,
it's very important.
That album ruled my life when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Going back to In the Simple Rhyme, the name of that thing is the name of that little instrumental is called Growth. Yeah, that's the name of it. So, but it's not named on the album. It's just the name that they gave it. Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah. So, anyway, back to you, Mark.
Well, my number 2 is Van Halen 2. That fucking album fucking rules. It's got one of the best Van Halen grooves ever. I fucking love it. It is a summer album, but it's fucking all year round. If you just want to get fucking listen to beautiful girls, I'm on a seaside sitting just smoking and drinking on Ringside. Those fucking lyrics are so fucking clever. This whole album has such fucking clever Dave-isms. This album rules. Yeah. I love it.
Anybody who says that Dave's not a good lyricist, man, really needs to open your ears. So,
oh my god,
he's very clever with his lyrics.
Fucking amazing. I always said Sammy is second to Dave. I like fuck better than Diver Down. That's it.
Yeah. Hey man, listen. It is that's what's great about this, man. Everybody's got their faves, man.
Yeah.
Gotta go with the debut album is number 2.
Wow, dude.
What? I mean, again, what can you say? There's not a bad song on this. Every song you might almost hear on the radio still.
Yeah.
There's a song in here that I really can't think of the name of it right now. Little Dreamer, that's it.
Oh, that song rules.
Song. Yeah. And again, you really got me. I think that's better than the King's version, in my opinion. I do like the King's version. But
that's the definitive version.
When they do a cover, man.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Jamie's crying, running with the devil, and talk about love. Fuck. Feel Your Love Tonight. That's an underrated song in that fucking record.
Great fucking harmonies.
Ice Cream Man, Atomic Punch. I mean, fuck.
Once
Great
again,
record.
the CD long box.
Ah,
The CD long box, number 2.
That's
Van
pretty
Halen
sweet.
1.
You still own those. That's cool.
that's really cool. Yeah.
I only got the Metallica one.
That's the back of it. Shows the CD there. But yeah, dude, Van Halen, the first Van Halen album, number 2 for me. Yeah, I mean, Mark touched on it before. Like, there's a little bit of a burnout factor, but it's a good burnout. You know, dude.
Yeah.
You can't fucking deny a great. I mean, this was a game changer, man. I mean, think of like transport yourself back to 1978 and just think about hearing this. People are hearing this for the first time, like, what the fuck is this, man? You know?
Yeah, because they were listening to Leo Sayer and fucking James Taylor.
Savoy Brown. And
that shit comes out. Well, Leonard Skinner.
Hey, what's wrong with Leo Sayer, damn it?
I don't want to feel like dancing, okay?
Make me feel like dancing.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, you really got me, dude. Like, I think after a while, when the Kinks would play it, I think Ray Davies would make a joke saying that, yeah, here's a Van Halen song that we cover. And it really got me, you know, because like you said, man, it became the definitive version, man, you know.
I mean, if there is a Van Halen song that I'm burned out of, it's Ain't Talking About Love.
Yeah, I mean, they played that like on every tour, you
Good
know.
burnout.
Yeah.
Even in the Sammy years, they would
Sammy
play that
did
at
that.
a concert.
And Panama.
That's gonna be the new "Don't Play in the Guitar Shop" song. I think after Stairway. I think
Instead of Stairway, right? But On Fire, man, that song, like,
Oh, I'm on fire.
I mean, that's a barn burner, man.
Oh, God.
I mean, just hearing this when I was a kid and I heard this for the first time, like, because my older brother had all the up to 1984, but 1984 was really kind of when I really started listening to them. But my older brother had all the cassettes up to that point, and when I heard this for the first time, it just blew my head apart, man. I was like, "What is this, man?"
Yeah,
like,
I think we all agree that if we were back in 1984, all four would agree probably that was the best.
Yeah, 1984 was fucking awesome.
Yeah. But that's my number 2.
1B.
1B. There you go, Jerry.
I agree because it was my number 3. Right there.
Oh, my number 2. Did somebody say fair warning?
Oh, yeah.
Lord,
strike that poor boy down. This is so damn good. It's just, man. I came on late on this one. I've had it for a while, and then maybe during the past 6 or 7 years, man, I really have been playing the hell out of it.
Better than coming early. Anyway.
Yeah, right. Main Street is my favorite track on here. But like you had said, Martin, Dirty Movies is just as good.
Fucking amazing.
Push Comes to Shove, Unchained. This is just badass. You know, to me, this was where there were, you know, like I was saying earlier on Women and Children First, where he was saying that they were starting to expand. This is where they would really master the expansion. Was on Fair Warning. There's nothing more I can say about it, man. It's just badass, you know.
It is
an album. And number 2 for me is going to be Fair Warning. I love the album cover too. It's weird, you know. It's a weird album.
Yeah, I love it.
It's actually a painting by somebody. I can't remember. His
name.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a part of like a painting. Like if we look at the full painting, it's a lot bigger. There's more things going on.
Yeah.
Pull it up on the internet one day and look at it. But they took like a small part of a painting and made it the album cover.
Interesting. Thanks a lot. I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah. All right, guys.
Number 1.
Our number one Van Halen album, according to us. Go, Mark. Number 1.
Well, mine was your number 2, Fair Warning. That album just has a fucking sick fucking groove to it. It's like wow. It's like, Dave, take it off. Take it off. And it's like, this is fucking amazing. They're fucking, the lyrics that Dave wrote, fucking pictures on the silver screen. Greatest. It's talking about a fucking porno. It's like, I'm going, what kind of movie is he talking about? And I go, oh, I found out later. I go, oh, no, I know what he means. But fucking Mean Street, fucking Unchained. This is fucking push comes to shove with that bass line, sick bass line that Michael Anthony's doing. It's a fucking great album. Saturday afternoon in the park. It's a fucking 1 foot out the door. Fucking weird fucking keyboard shit in the beginning. Fucking killer. I love it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Van Halen 2 is my number one.
Nice.
The memories behind this album is probably why it's number one. I got this like an 85 tape, and we used to live on this house built in the Ohio River, and we were friends with this other people that had a daughter, and they used to put us all. He had a daughter, 2 daughters, and a son who I was best friends with. But they put us all in the tent, and I remember Dancing the Night Away playing, and I got my first kiss. From this girl. I don't want to say her name, but it's just that I'll always remember that song, that particular song, my first kiss, and you know, it's great songs off it. Besides that, again, fucking iconic.
I think a lot of people first kiss to a Van Halen album. I'm sure a majority.
Somebody give me a doctor, and that'd be a great song. Here's one thing I want to go back one real quick. How are these not fucking action figures you can't buy?
Oh, fuck, because they didn't listen to Kiss. Gene Simmons told them how to market themselves. They fucked up.
That would be cool.
But yeah, the reason
I think
probably is for memories and in the time period. Of
I think Noel Monk told them that they need to market themselves, and they didn't listen to him.
Yeah. Should listen to Gene, I guess.
It was actually their manager, Noel Monk.
Yeah,
I think told him that.
Some things you're never ever going to forget in your life, and that's one thing you're not going to forget. And this is the soundtrack of it. So
it's a fucking perfect party album, man.
Yeah, I heard that album at many parties.
Yeah. I mean, Dance the Night Away. I mean, it's a great. It's probably the most popular song besides stuff on 1984, but it's still a great song. Great guitar riff.
Dude, when they reformed, fucking everybody loved it when they did Light Up the Sky. It's DOA. It's like everybody was like having hard-ons on those two songs. Like, oh my god, they're doing DOA and Light Up the Sky. Yeah. You know, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah. I need to get Van Halen 1 again because the whole B-side is all staticky.
Oh.
That sucks.
Well, you know, wait, because they're releasing a golden fidelity of Van Halen 1 remastered.
You guys know how to get rid of that crap? All that crackling crap. You know how to get rid of that?
You probably have to really vacuum clean your record or something. Like you gotta have a good cleaning system.
Yeah, there's this place about 100 miles away that does that. I'm thinking about taking a few of my records up there.
You could probably buy one too. I mean, I don't know if you want to buy one or not, but I know a friend of mine that swears by it, and I've heard his records and they sound clean and they sound nice. Yeah. He's got a very good system too. Like he's got, like I don't know, man. He's got like top of the line shit. You know, I mean, he's a real vinyl guy. I mean, I like vinyl and stuff, but he's like a real almost exclusively vinyl. Like, you know, I mean, I play CDs. I'm good with CDs too and stuff like that.
This sucks. They don't put CD players in new cars.
Yeah, they don't.
Dude, I mean, buying new vinyl, man, it would put a dent in your wallet, dude. I mean,
I started buying more CDs because I only get an occasional vinyl now.
Yeah, I don't go too crazy with vinyl, but I have a lot of vinyl from when I was a kid. I never threw it out, so that's a good thing.
Well, mine got stolen in 1999, so I lost all my ones from the kids.
That sucks, man.
My house got trashed. Yeah.
Well, my number one, I'm with my man right there.
Nice.
I mean, this is Eddie's guitar. This is like the Brown sound, like times 10, man. I mean, I think
it never beeped.
I think Eddie's tone is the greatest on this album, man. You know, this is when him and David Lee Roth really were button heads. There was a tension. It really comes through the music, and sometimes tension is a good thing because this album is my favorite, dude. It's just there's no wasted note on here. You can even Sunday Afternoon in the Park into One Foot Out the Door, man. That's just I love the transition that it does, you know. And so this is Love, great song. Push Comes to Shove, kind of cool reggae-ish, you know. But yeah, dude, Dirty Movies into Sinner Swing, man. That's like that one.
Oh, Sinner Swing. I forgot about that one. That one
Sinner Swing, dude. But my favorite on here is Hear About It Later, man. Like I love that song. And when they played down their last tour, you know, it was so cool to hear that.
And they said fucking on that album. Actually, so fucking good.
As a kid, when you hear that, it's like, oh shit, you know, he cursed, you know, way before like gangster rap and shit was out.
Yeah,
right. But yeah, my number one, man, it's got to be this one because, I mean, it's a guitar player's dream, you know. It's my favorite Eddie tone. You know, his guitar tone is like the best on that album, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love that drop D tuning on Unchained. It just sounds so freaking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, people could argue between that one and the first album as being his best tone. But I mean, to me, like Fair Warning edges it out a little bit. But I mean, that's not to say that the first album isn't fucking killery. Like I said, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D.
Right.
You know? So, but Fair Warning is my number one, man.
My number one is going to be the first, where it all started. You know, Van Halen 1.
You can't argue with that.
You can't argue, yeah.
No, it's fucking badass, dude.
You can't argue with the last four.
Game changers, man.
Yeah. You know, they moved hard rock to a whole new direction. They busted down the door into the 80s.
Yeah.
They really did. When a lot of the older hard rock bands from the early 70s were starting to die down, Van Halen was there to carry it over and to usher in the MTV era where they ruled on there as well. But man, this album, you know, Janie's Crying, On Fire, Run with the Devil. But the only thing I wish that Eruption was a little bit longer because we've heard Eruption on other occasions live, played longer. It would have been nice if on the studio it was played just a little bit longer because it's too short for me. I wish it was just a little bit more. It would have been not that it wasn't already transcendent, but just think it could have been a lot more in that movement of guitar rock. Atomic Punk, we've already talked about that. Yeah, this Van Halen 1 is my favorite, and it can change, you know, with fair warning at any time. But right now, Van Halen 1 is my favorite. So
thank God for Van Halen because they killed disco.
Yes. All you Bee Gees lovers out there. No,
have Van Halen to thank for killing it. So my number one was Van Halen 1.
Think about how many just think about after that album came out, how many 80s bands just wanted to be Van Halen, bro.
Yeah, wanted to shred.
It's just there's just so many bands, man. The whole 80s era.
Yeah, he changed the way guitar sounded.
Yep.
Went into the 80s.
And same thing with Dave, man. The way a frontman was, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Dave was the perfect front man.
Dude, in his prime, nobody could touch him, dude.
Nope.
And you know what? And I just want to say, touch on. I have a lot of Van Halen bootlegs, you know, from like the early days, and you know, it people rag on Dave's voice, but the dude had swagger, man. He had a tone to his voice that was like
personality.
Yeah, he had personality, dude. I mean, technically, was he the greatest singer? No, but he had a delivery, and I don't know. I just loved him, man. Like his vocals.
Dave wasn't fake. What you got on his records, that's him in real life too, man.
Yeah, you know,
he always had a wisecrack, cool answer to every question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the ultimate front man that after him, everybody wanted to be him.
Yeah, he's an
You
entertainer.
know, a front man all went back to him.
Yeah.
Just did. And even this last tour that they did with David Lee Roth, even my wife was saying, man, he was really good. Even though he didn't sound great, but man, he owned that stage still.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing his kicks.
I'll give him that much. Yeah.
All sorts of shit. You know, his voice might not have been there, and his voice might not have been there, but at least it was real.
Yeah.
Not some tape of some shit. It was his real voice. It was real rock and roll.
Yeah, I
it was
gotta give it
weathered.
to him for that, man.
You know, it was weathered because he's been doing it for over 40 years. I mean, something's got to go, man. And he was still out there doing it. So, yeah, would have been nice if Michael Anthony would have been included in that. Yeah, of course. You know, now that Eddie has passed and we'll never see that again. So it would have been nice if Michael Anthony was a part of that. But he wasn't. But, you know, Dave still played that frontman role, you know?
Yeah.
That spotlight grabber, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, well, thanks a lot, you three, for joining me tonight on another episode of Black Spinner Circle Rock Talk. The number ones for me was Van Halen 1, and Al and Mark had Fair Warning, and Jerry had Van Halen 2 as his favorite. Yeah.
All killer albums, man.
Yeah.
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 No
There was
arguments here.
really no wrong answer here.
Nope.
You know. So on next Thursday, catch us on next Thursday. I think Al's going to join us for top 15 live albums, and afterwards, make sure to go to BS Sessions with Mark and Jerry. Their show is on every Thursday at 9 Central Standard Time over there, and ours is a little bit early. So after us, go catch them because I'll be catching them after our show, which is something I do regularly.
Same here, man. You
Man,
guys,
thank you.
You guys have a great show, dude.
Yeah,
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
yeah,
Appreciate
I
it.
really like that. I really like the talk of the what's going on in the days and the current events. I really like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys inject a little bit of everything into the show, which is cool, man.
Yeah. We go off.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna have a great one tomorrow. It's gonna be fun.
Sounds good. Well,
'Cause we're gonna. I think we're gonna game
I have
up
a
on
feeling
Jerry
I'm
about
gonna talk about one thing. I think I'm
Star
gonna get
Wars. I
Yeah.
think me and Vincent are gonna teach him about the new Star Wars.
Dude, she's fine. What can I say?
I'm not saying she's not fine. I'm talking about the Star Wars itself.
Mark, I just want to say, man, I love the banner behind you, bro.
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Whenever you do another Rush team thing, man, like invite me on if you could.
I want to do the top 25 Rush songs.
Okay.
That's the thing I want to do, but
That'll
I need
be
to
an
figure out
all-nighter.
how to figure out where we could put everybody's songs in and to come up with a separate list like they did on the Rock All Over You podcast with the Thin Lizzy, which is pretty cool. I need to talk to Ryan T. Russell and see how he did that.
Cool.
Yeah.
wow.
Keep me in mind if you do it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
No
right.
problem.
And the only reason why we had this on Wednesday instead of Thursday was just so that we can have Mark and Jerry on tonight for this Van Halen thing, because we usually do it on Thursdays, but I know that you guys are busy. That's why I moved it to Wednesday, just so that this can happen. So thank you so much for saying yes, and thanks for being a part of it, because I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting
Yeah,
me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mark,
So,
Jerry, Andy, you guys are cool, dude.
Bye, guys.
Later,
It's
guys.
been fun.
And thanks for watching, everybody, and keep on rocking, and y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see y'all next week.
And keep
Bye, guys.
drinking the whiskey.
Take care,
Later,
guys.
guys.
Later, guys. All right. Bye, dude.
Yeah, you take it easy, Mark.
All right. Bye.